True or false? Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown were better than either night of WrestleMania. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are new here and you love WWE, you love pro wrestling, then this is the place for you. You're going to want to subscribe to this channel. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm letting you know right now. We have WWE content every single week, and the community that we have here already, over 3,500 subscribers, people here on this channel that are great, fantastic people. You're going to love it. We all talk in the comments. They send in their emails. I read them here on these videos. It's a great place to be, and we would love to have you. I asked that question at the beginning of the video. Did last Raw and last SmackDown, were they a better show than either WrestleMania night? For me, look, I loved Raw. I loved SmackDown. It was a great shows. You know, it felt like a Raw and a SmackDown after WrestleMania. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are excited and even questioning this to begin with. But overall, I enjoyed WrestleMania. Now, I'm not saying this year's WrestleMania was the greatest of all time, but I'm also not saying it was bad either. I actually really enjoyed this year's WrestleMania, so I'm going to leave it at that. Your opinion matters to me, so what you think is cool, just let me know if you liked Raw and SmackDown better than this year's WrestleMania, or if you didn't. I mean, I'm cool with either one. I'm going to go over some stuff here on that happened on SmackDown. I'm not going to go dig deep into everything, but we did kick it off with John Cena, and John Cena cut a little bit of a promo. He didn't really say much until Randy Orton came out there and interrupted him. But basically, what we have here is what we all kind of pretty much expected, right? Backlash is happening in St. Louis. Randy Orton wants a title match against John Cena. And John Cena, Randy wanted it, I guess, on SmackDown. And John Cena said no. And Cena said, you will get your title match, and it will be at Backlash. So Cena is pretty much the one that wants to face Randy Orton in St. Louis at Backlash. Cena said that, when he beats Orton in St. Louis, which is Randy's hometown, there will be no excuses. He doesn't want to hear any excuses. This is kind of like what I've been saying the past few videos. I think John Cena, when he said he's going to ruin wrestling, I think this is how he's going to do it. I think he's just going to go around beating people in their hometowns. It's going to make fans very upset. I think Cena is going to be a different type of heel than I think we're used to. And I think he's going to try to do everything in his power to actually really ruin the night for a lot of people. I just wanted to point it out there. I need Drew McIntyre versus Fatu. I need that to happen now. That's going to be a great feud when it does happen. But right now, it looks like we're kind of in the mix here of maybe another triple threat / fatal four-way for Fatu's United States Championship, because LA Knight's in the mix. Drew McIntyre's in the mix. You got Solo still that's hanging around. I could see him being involved. And then, of course, Fatu. So, I don't know where we're going to go with this exactly. I think we're going to get a little bit more clear of a picture, because I think Backlash is only a little bit more than a week away now. Or maybe it's 2 weeks away. So I think they got to find a way to get everything written in there and done quickly in the next week or so. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a straight up one-on-one for Fatu at Backlash. I think it's going to be a triple threat or a fatal four-way at some point. So it's going to be an interesting one to watch. I still think Fatu is going to keep that championship, though. I don't think he's losing that anytime soon. Speaking of losing a title anytime soon, wow, what a shocker. On this SmackDown after WrestleMania, Chelsea Green loses her United States Women's Championship to Zelina Vega. I am not upset about this. I know some people will not like it. I love Vega. I also love Chelsea, so I was happy with Chelsea, but at least we got something here. We got something different. We got something we can work with. WWE, they need to do something with these mid-card women's championships. Right now, it looks like Lyra versus Becky. That's a mega match for that mid-card title. We need to do something for the U.S. Women's Championship, too. And if we're going to continue on this feud with Vega and Chelsea Green for it, at least it's better than Chelsea not defending it at all. Or Vega not defending it at all. At least we got something here. Quick little thing I wanted to mention, Melo and Miz were backstage. Melo gets gifted a Andre the Giant medallion on a chain. It's a giant Andre the Giant head. I hope Melo doesn't wear this every single week, because if he does, it'll be hilarious. But he does mention to himself, or out loud I should say, Melo calls himself the 10th wonder of the world. I wonder if this is going to be a new gimmick or moniker that he's going to go with here. It'll be interesting, because if you're going to do this, you're going to have to, I guess he's going to have to take a little bit of, not like a big makeover, but I think there's going to have to be something added to Melo that makes him different than what he has been on SmackDown. To be calling yourself the 10th wonder of the world, if that's where we're going with this, he's going to need something different. How about this? I think we all pretty much expected this to happen, but it was still very cool to see regardless. Aleister Black is back in WWE, which, by the way, Joe Tessitore, I love him. He's been doing a fantastic job since taking that role of lead broadcast team on SmackDown. But my God, did he undersell the return of Aleister Black? Jeez. Like, he was very, quiet with his delivery. He said, he was just like, Aleister Black is back. And I'm like, dude, you had to have Wade Barrett out there yelling his brains out. That's the reaction we needed. We needed the Barrett reaction from Joe, but Joe did not give that. Either way, it's fine. It all worked out in the end. Aleister Black spin kicks, does his little, I forgot what you call it, Black Mass, I think is what it's called. He kicked Miz's head off, and here we go. Black is back. I'm just worried, like I said, like the whole thing with Rusev. I love both of them. I just don't want to see them become lost in the shuffle again, because now this is the second time now for Black. And he's always been a Triple H guy. Vince didn't really handle him too well. Black did very well over on NXT before getting called up to the main roster, but now that he's back, can we do something with Aleister Black? And if we can do something with him, what do we do with Aleister Black? Because Fatu is not losing that title. I don't see Black in the main event picture with John Cena on SmackDown. So where does Black go from here? We're going to need a compelling story. I hope he's just not going to be messing around with The Miz and like Carmelo in a one-off feud. Granted, the matches will be great. I just want to see something big for Black, because Black's the kind of guy where he could be a main eventer. He really could. In my opinion, that guy could be a main eventer. Are we going to get him there is the question. So like I said here, we had Drew McIntyre and LA Knight for the number one contender match for the United States Championship. And like I said before, how it seems to be a lot more people involved in this match. Solo ended up getting involved. He ended up trying to cost LA Knight this match, which Drew McIntyre didn't look too happy when Solo got interfered. It's like Drew, and it makes sense. Drew doesn't want Solo helping him, but he wasn't gonna not capitalize on it either. Solo attacked Knight when the ref wasn't looking, and Drew was just like, damn it. And then he tried to hit the Claymore anyway. Didn't work here. We get a DQ. Priest gets involved. So we got a mixture here. It looks like for the United States Championship, it might be Priest, McIntyre, LA Knight, and Fatu, with Solo kind of hanging out in the out there. Unless Solo does something crazy where he costs Fatu this match, and we set up a Fatu versus Solo feud. But yeah, it's an interesting picture. I like the guys involved. If that's the way we're going to go, it's just, you can only do that so many times. We're still going to have to find something for these guys to do after that triple threat fatal four-way, ends. So if that's the direction we're going, I hope there's a plan after that. And how about this moment, huh? I mentioned this in the last video because we had, I think it was Clayton emailed in talking about R-Truth. Has anybody checked on R-Truth? And look at that. On this Friday Night Smackdown, John Cena runs into R-Truth backstage. I thought this was awesome. This is what we needed. It's not what I pictured exactly, because I remember mentioning in the last video that it'd be nice if Cena wanted to get that actual real heat on himself to run down R-Truth verbally or attack him physically, one or the other, or even both. And I think a lot of people would be upset because everybody loves R-Truth. That's not what we got. Instead, R-Truth says that Cena was like his hero growing up as a kid, and if there's anything R-Truth can do to help, let him know. And Cena kind of just walked away. I don't think that this was done unintentionally, with R-Truth saying, if you need my help, let me know. I'm starting to think after hearing that, what if R-Truth helps John Cena, his childhood hero? What if John Cena uses R-Truth during this title reign to help him out and win these matches, but R-Truth is so innocent-minded and oblivious to things that R-Truth doesn't realize that he's helping a heel win. He's just trying to help his hero win matches. I think that's what we might get here with R-Truth. As crazy as that sounds, but I'm actually here for it, and I think that would be very funny. We got to talk about the main event before we leave here. A TLC title match with the Street Profits in there against DIY. My goodness. Why wasn't this match on the WrestleMania card? This match deserved to be on the Mania card. This was better than the New Day and the War Raiders match by far. By far. Not even close. Man, it was great. That prosthetic leg being used in this match, I mean, Montez is going to be a star whenever he goes out on his own, but I'm not sleeping on Dawkins anymore. I think Dawkins will be very good on his own too. But man, this was a great TLC match. The Profits win, retain those titles. Great match. I'm happy it happened on the main event of SmackDown because it was an unbelievably good main event. But man, just imagine if this match happened at WrestleMania 2. This would have been one of the better matches on WrestleMania. All right, my friends, that's all for now. Look, I was going to do another email video, but as I was told that one of the emails was a kind of like a follow-up, kind of phrased differently than the original email that I answered. So we only have like maybe one email to read on another video, so I might not do it unless you all want to send in another one or two. I can do another email video, and who knows? Maybe I'll just do one anyway, and I'll spend the whole video talking about what the only other email I got in there. So, I don't know. If you want to send one in, wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. I would love to talk to you and answer your emails there. We could do another video about it. But, yeah, I appreciate everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good week coming up. We'll be back with more videos this week, as always. And until we yeet again, my friends, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Until we yeet again, as always, stay bitter.